Did you get it?
I think so. Did I add the music? Was the music supposed to play or was it playing automatically? I hope I did that right.
Hey, Beverly. She can't hear?
Turn off. Mute us.
Huh?
Mute us. Mute us.
Hi, Beverly. We're gonna talk for. I don't know if she can hear me. Oh, hey, Beverly. We're gonna talk for a minute for about how long, babe? About 10. About 5 or 10 minutes, and then after we finish talking, we'll bring you in. Okay. All right.
To the God show.
Hi, happy Sunday, everyone.
Happy Sunday, everybody. How's everybody doing today on this Sunday?
It's Resurrection Sunday.
Yes, first day of the week
Mm-hmm.
when God rose from the dead. And then with that, what happened, Tar?
He saved us.
Yes, and then what? That gives us eternal life.
Eternal life.
I'm sorry,
Look,
I'm throwing it
Why
on
you
you.
stop? Do I stop doing that? Just talk. Jeez. This is not a class.
Well, I did that because you just finished doing a whole 4-part series. So I
Right. I
figured,
think my mind is now mush. You know what I mean? After the whole
You always
thing.
got an excuse.
But-
Excuses.
but how you feel about the whole Good Friday and just the whole ram of it? Like, what is your thoughts on that?
Well, first off, I want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us on the God is Real and Well podcast.
That's right. Yeah.
My
thank
name
you
is
so much.
Pedro.
And my name is Tara God.
Yes, and we just want to say thank you all for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
My thoughts on, like, we had a program on Sabbath. Yeah, hey, Miss Candace. Yes. She was just on the program we're talking about.
Right.
And she did some powerful sermons.
We just did a compassion. It's called Compassion. Bridging the Gap.
There you go.
And that's what the series was about. It was a 4-part series that we started on Thursday night and we just ended it today. And it was so powerful. And if you missed it, you can go back on YouTube on God Interests TV. If you look it up on YouTube, God Interests TV, and it'll pop up and they have all the series on there where you can listen and be blessed and just get a message from God. And if you don't have a relationship with him, I believe after this series that you may listen to, you will be blessed after that.
Yep. And you'll get to see Pastor Ray Patrick and Candace Andrews, who's joined us on Goddess podcast, and also the person next to me, Tyler, who will be singing.
I was singing. I was the singing evangelist for the
for the 4 days,
4-part series,
So pretty much, when you asked that question, well, we did our talking point show. We talked about, for me, Good Friday and Resurrection Sunday is pretty much hope for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that I know that God has sacrificed himself so that I may live, so that I may, when he comes down in the first resurrection, I'll be able to be saved and go to heaven and live eternally.
Definitely.
In a nutshell.
Definitely.
And that's pretty much what it means to me. It just means that he paid it all for me, and that he gave he went through a lot and a lot of anguish to get us to this point. But because of him, I'm saved and I'm blessed.
Amen.
So therefore, no matter what I do on this earth, as long as I have faith and I trust in God and I believe in his word and I do what I need to do when it comes to God, and that's just believe and obey.
Right.
I'll be, it's a lot more than just a believe and obey. We have to do more, but I'm not gonna start preaching because I'm not a preacher.
I think we all preachers at heart at some point, and at some point we may not all be able to relate a message like a preacher.
Not everybody has that preacher,
right?
Yeah, not everybody can talk,
but I think we live. Our preaching is through our living,
through our actions.
Yeah, through our actions and how we live, so people see what you're doing. They'll be able to see that God is using you through your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we actually just had that on the other discussion too this past weekend. So yeah, it's all about what the way you portray yourself. God's in your heart, you will portray yourself like God.
Definitely.
And then nobody can touch you because you have God on your side. And when you have God on your side, you don't need nobody else.
Right. That's why I'm so glad we have taught our children the importance of Good Friday, the importance of Jesus' resurrection and everything that he went through. I mean, I think people get caught up in the eggs in the basket and the attire that they miss the point.
Yeah, I actually saw that. It freaked me out. It was freaky. I was doing a job and I was out on the street and a lady came out of her like this little small car. It was like a little, like a little 4-door, but it was a small 4-door. And she brought out this big speaker, and I'm thinking, oh, she's taking the speaker to go, maybe into our house. Maybe she's having a party or something.
Right.
And then I had my head down, and all of a sudden I hear the music,
blasting.
Egg something, egg didn't, and I'm like, what? And all of a sudden this bunny popped out of nowhere, scared the mess out. I was like, what? What is? And he's waving to the kids and stuff, and I'm like,
Wow.
I'm like, yo, like that is freaky. That did freak me out a little bit. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, Davy
Yes,
Dave.
yes, we are doing well. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
I see you had a good day today.
In his pink suit.
Was that pink or red?
No, it was a pink, Pedro. You don't
To
know
me,
your
it looks,
colors.
yeah.
It was a
yeah,
pink.
yeah.
It was a pink
Maybe I'm a little colorblind.
coat, but it was really good. It was you really look
Yeah, it
good,
looked
Dave.
nice. He did look nice in it, though.
I'm
I
trying to
thought it
find
was
the
more
word.
like a.
You look fire.
That's a. Yeah, I know where you got that from.
Right.
What up, Frederica? Hey. We haven't called you today. Sorry. We've been busy. But
She
hey,
know
y'all.
She know we love her.
We always got love for you. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, so actually, so how was your week?
I had a good week, you know.
Besides.
Besides, but you know what I'm saying, I had a good week. Me and Kaya, my youngest daughter, was just talking about, she was just saying how much she enjoying her time here at home, just resting and
She didn't.
and
She does not
relaxing.
like going to school.
and you know, to be honest, I'm just enjoying spending time with my children and talking to them and connecting. Because you know, you be so busy during the week doing everything else, you sometimes forget to make time for things and the people that you love the most. But it's been a good week, and I'm looking forward to. We got another week off, so I'm looking forward to spending more time with them. And then it's back to school time.
Yeah, that's why I like that we have dinner. We make everything get turned off because
Mm-hmm.
being that I work, I don't have that time like you get.
Right,
But my time is, while we're eating, I can ask, how was your day?
right.
And they'd be like, we just told mom. And I'm like, I don't care. Tell me again, So I do enjoy that, having the dinner with them and stuff, and then able to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can, that was just, you don't know how loud, that was loud.
I'm sorry.
And then, she's opening a bottle of water like it's nothing.
I'm thirsty.
Anyway, yeah, so.
Go ahead, babe.
You're just messing up my flow. Anyway, so I just really enjoyed that time because I don't get I've been away for 3 days again. I'm home this week though, so that's good.
Right.
And then I got some days off. So I actually got some days off. Oh, we all wanted to say too, we're so sorry about last week. We just had some issues, and we just said we're just gonna not try to push it. We're gonna just take a moment and rest and then come back.
Right.
It was just the time frame was just
totally
out of whack.
We needed a reboot.
Yeah, we needed a reboot. We just had some things happening. Everything was moving. Since the time went ahead an hour, it seemed like time just flies, and then you trying to rush and do this and do that, and so we apologize about last weekend, but we are back, and we should be on for the foreseeable future. We have some things coming up that you will soon see.
Right.
So look out for the post on Facebook and on YouTube and. Oh, there's other things. We have some things coming up, so you'll be able to see that.
Right.
My week was good. Besides working, being away, had a little car trouble. The car's not acting up, but I'm putting a lot of miles on it, so it's starting to scream a little bit. So I got to listen to it.
But when you have an older car, you have to take care of it.
I take care of it, but it's just that because I've been putting. I think I've done 21,000 miles since January.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm,
I think 1 month I did 7,000 miles in 1 month. So it's just screaming a little bit right now.
Right.
Yeah. So I got to do a little better taking care of it and maybe easing up a little bit on it. So, but otherwise for that, my week was good. Enjoyed myself. Everything went well. Had a good, week at work. And then got to come home to my family. So can't complain.
Well, that's the best thing. You get to see us.
That's not always the best thing.
Be your prize.
You're not my prize. You're not my prize.
Oh, what am I?
You're my joy.
Oh, my
a prize means I won something. I didn't win anything.
I'm his joy.
I worked hard for this. Shoot.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna think of something, then I'm gonna tell you what you are to me, because right now it's not.
So I just threw you off kilter with that phrase.
I'm just that just took me all over. I feel so tickly inside. That's so good.
Yeah, that's how we got 3 children.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway, so I digress. As Pastor Ray would say, put a pin in it.
Anyway, let's talk about our awesome guest that we're gonna have coming on.
Yes, let's have. Wow, time. See, look, time is going fast again.
It
Yes,
is.
Let's bring up Miss Beverly Song Burton.
Yes.
And bring her on. you gonna bring on?
Oh, wait a minute. I just was going to talk about her a little bit first.
You can
But
talk. Okay, go ahead.
but Miss Beverly, I haven't initially met her in person, but I feel like I know her, and we became friends on Facebook a while ago. And it's just like I'm seeing her life and what she's doing and what God is doing in her life, and it's just amazing. And I must admit, I'm always looking at what she's doing. I'm like, I want to be like her. And I'm just so happy to. She was willing to come on the podcast. I asked her, and she had such a willing spirit. And I can't wait for you guys to meet her. And we're gonna pop her on right now and get her to come on.
You could have did that while she was on there.
No, I wanted to say it before she. Let me do this. Hi, Miss Beverly. Unmute yourself. Oh, do I need to unmute her?
Yes.
Unmute yourself, Beverly.
Hey,
Hey.
how you guys?
We are good. How are you?
Good. Let me just center myself a little bit better.
Okay, no problem.
Boom.
Oh, so we're here.
I was
You had
gonna say you guys are so much fun. I was just like backstage just listening to the podcast, and I'm like, this is fun all day, and I'm excited to just join the fun, just join the party.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you on.
Do you have something on your end? Because you're hearing a lot of feedback.
No.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Is that good?
Hold on.
Not
No,
on
it's
me?
not that. We hear it in our ear, but it's fine if you're not hearing it.
Okay.
Is anybody else hearing it? Just let us know. Because I'm hearing it. I just want to make sure.
You know what? I think we're hearing ourselves through your speaker.
Through my speaker.
Yeah, we're hearing you through your speaker, Beverly.
I'm on my iPad.
Do you have headphones?
I do. You want me to use headphones?
Yes.
Okay, give me a
I
second.
think that's what will make it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, she's gonna be
Right,
back.
wait, she comes back. Mute her.
Okay.
Sorry
Okay,
about that.
so we
Yeah.
have to mute her for a minute.
We learned that, remember? She needs,
Yeah.
because it's like you said, it's coming through the iPad,
Mhm.
so it's coming back to us. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's bouncing back to us.
But anyway, guys, we're gonna get this fixed, and Miss Beverly's gonna be back, and we're gonna talk about her life as a musician, teacher.
And tell her how we know somebody thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got these. Do you still hear it?
No.
No, that's it. That's what it was. Yeah,
That's
we learned
excellent.
that. Trust me, we've been through this before. We know. I meant to
Okay.
tell you to get headphones. Yeah,
I should have
Aw.
told her that.
Yeah,
I think I forgot to mention it.
we learned this a long time ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, because what is happening is we're talking, so it comes, but then it bounces back to us.
Got you.
But then it causes like an echo, so you have to use headphones to notice it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Nothing. It's easy fix.
Boom.
Boom. There you go.
There we go.
Funny-
We good
funny
to
thing is-
go.
Funny thing is, I have right off the back. I need to ask because I've been dying to ask you this.
Mhm.
So, what school did you go to? Greater or Northeastern?
Northeastern.
When and what year?
98. No, I lied. 94 to 98. I wish it was 98, but 94 to 98.
So I actually would have came across your path
Mm-hmm.
because I graduated in 90. I was supposed to graduate in. I started 88. I was supposed to graduate in 92,
Mm-hmm.
but I got married and had a kid, so I kind of dropped out. Then I came back to try to finish.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to do it, so I just went and got my GED.
Got you.
So,
Got you.
I'm a Northeastern alumni. I'm actually, I don't know if you started school, they talked about our freshman class, the 88 year freshman class. We had like over 100 kids in the freshman class alone.
Wow.
Which is unheard of for a vintage school.
Right.
So they always talked about us for that reason. We had like maybe
Wow.
125. It was a good amount of us. It was like
Wow.
me, Pastor Dorsey,
Mm-hmm.
Basil,
Mm-hmm.
Colleen Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole. We all came in that freshman group,
Got you.
and so that when you say you're Northeastern, I'm like, but I don't remember you. But yeah,
Yeah, well, our paths probably did cross.
yeah, we had to. We had
Yeah, because I know I knew your face off the back. Period. When I first met you on Facebook, I'm like, but
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like, where do you post that? Like, where do you connect that to? You know, so
Right, because
Right,
when you
right.
came to Bermuda, and I didn't get to go see you because I'm not a big person going out. So
got you.
I'm like, I'm staying home. But I was like, man, she looks familiar. I've seen her.
Yeah, probably Northeastern, definitely.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
what's up.
That is what's up. And you said 90. Oh, so she would actually
graduated in
know.
98,
She would actually know my ex-wife, but we'll talk about that off the
that's
air.
awesome.
Okay.
What I have,
Call me.
everybody knows I've been married before and divorced. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying nothing, but I'm not gonna say names.
Right.
But
Yeah, no names. No
no
names.
names. No
Just
names.
text me.
But yeah. Okay.
man.
Cool. So yeah, that's the connection right there. Cool. Cool.
Mhm.
Well, it's an alumni right there.
Yeah.
So, baby, one thing I have noticed that you came out with a video in her song "Undefeated." So, how did
Yes.
listen, guys? If you haven't heard her song "Undefeated," go on
You just jump
YouTube.
right to the.
No, because I've been listening to it and I really love the song. Like,
Thank you.
and
I love you guys.
you're not on no, you're not scripted, Pedro. Let's just do this. But I'm listening, looking at your video, and I'm like, wow, how did you come up with the whole? Like, what was your whole, message behind coming up with Undefeated?
Wow. I think the message first hit me, like that's how it usually is with like my music ministry. Like,
Mhm.
unfortunately, I got to walk through everything I'm singing about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, God, can we just sing about it? Do we got to walk through it too? And he's like, nah, yeah, you got to walk through it. So I
Right.
feel like it was just a season where I just for myself personally recognized like if everything works for the good, the bad and the good, that means
Right.
I could never be defeated
Right.
because the bad is working for my good. The
Right.
good is working for my good. So it's all good. Like, so
Mhm.
we're going to make it to what God promised. You're going to make it to the end.
Right.
So that's really where it came from. Just a season of an awakening, a light bulb where it was just like,
Right.
seriously, like you got to train your mind to see the positive always,
Right. Definitely.
and especially going through COVID where we were just stuck in the house. It's just like you were like face to face with
Mhm.
all your negativity because it was
Right.
just you know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't going out and liming with people and
Right.
just like letting it just blow over. It was like you're face to face with your reality.
Right.
Wrote the song during the pandemic,
Mhm.
and the vision for the video was just more me always just trying to take my ministry to the next level of how can
Right.
I present it,
Right.
in a way that people could digest it. And I was
Mhm.
like, a music video would be really nice. So I
Right.
just was like, okay. And the guy who did it, we came up with the idea of it together, where it was just like,
Right.
okay, I'm gonna get boxing gloves,
Right.
because I don't want to be in a ring, but I want
Right.
to just give that imagery that this is what life is about. It's a fight for life, but how we fight really makes a difference.
Definitely.
So that's really
Definitely.
the
Wow, that's
nutshell.
powerful.
So
That is
was the plan to always release it on the 15th when you did, or the video?
Bro, not
Or
at all. It was supposed to be released in November.
okay.
gotcha.
But what happened was that, and just me being transparent as an artist, I've done music over the years, but I got to the point when I listened back to the track and listened back to everything,
Right.
it was very reminiscent of what I've done.
Right.
And I said, Beverly, if you put that out, you wouldn't have grown.
Right.
And I went back to the producer. I went back to everybody and I was just like, listen, I'm not happy with this. And it's not because they did anything wrong, but it was just that I just knew that there were certain elements that were missing that could take it
To the
to
next.
a greater level of appreciation, for people and for me.
Right.
And we went back to the studio and we sat there, we broke it all down. I prayed about it. God also released more people into the process, which was the person who mixed it, the
Right.
person who mastered it, which is so
Mm,
important. Let me tell
right.
you,
Definitely.
you think you got a good track until you master it. You like, this is real good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So God put that in process. And we went from November, December, January, February, March, April, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? 5 months later, in a process of patience. But guess what? We're still undefeated because it might not be now, but
Right.
it's gonna be. So I think that
Right.
God was just trying to teach me some stuff over the
Right.
process. And now that I'm here, now when I release music, it's gonna be from here, never
Right.
from here.
Right.
So he taught me some things in the process that I wasn't even aware of. But now that I do know,
Right.
so yeah.
Definitely.
I did say that at the time. I did say that it sounds a little bit different than your normal music.
Right.
I did notice that. Not saying because you have a really great voice. I love your voice and I love
Appreciate it.
your music. But I was saying to her, she did a little something different this time. She's trying
Right.
to, like, yeah, she's trying to push it up a little bit because
Mhm.
it's definitely you're right. I can see what you're talking about when you was going to release it. You don't want to release sometimes, because then when people hear the same thing every time, it kind of just fall. It just kind of falls on the wayside because it's the same thing as before. So it's always good to kind of
Change
level up and change it
right.
up.
Show
Yeah,
people
exactly.
show people you got a little different range than what they used to. Show that you got a little something extra.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm like, listen, it's all about growth. Whatever we're doing, it
Mhm.
says whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might. So my might
Wow.
is different from 10 years ago. Like God
Right.
gives more strength, more grace, more
Mhm.
faith to believe that you can do greater. So whatever our hands touch, we trying to do. Just say, God, listen, you gave me this gift, so can you please provide the things that I need to get it done, like the money, So
Oh, don't talk about that. Oh Lord, we can talk about that for 2 hours.
I'm telling you.
Maybe even longer. We can talk about that all week.
Because
646-932. No, you know what I'm saying? Holla, you know what I'm saying? We talk about it.
and then also Beverly Too Long came out with what's the throne? I'm trying. Is it Bow Before the Throne?
Oh,
of
boldly
Jesus?
to the throne.
Boldly to the Throne. I'm so sorry. I love that one.
Oh, amen. Thank you.
How did you come up with that one? Because that's more like a hymn, like to me.
It is a hymn, right? It is definitely a hymn style. That actually came because the Northeastern Conference was doing a hymn writers competition.
Okay.
And somehow, I guess on the day that they were supposed to be announcing who won, I got an email, and I'm like, "Ooh, maybe I won, maybe I lost. Who knows?"
Right.
But it was an email to say, "Oh, we've canceled it because you were the only one who sent in music."
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, it was just sitting there collecting dust for maybe like 2 years, and
Wow.
then one day I remember just being in a space, and I went on Facebook Live, and I sang an untuned piano, whole nine, crust in my ass, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, somebody's going through something too. Let me just share this. We can go boldly together to the throne. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the feedback on it was crazy. Like, I'm talking about it broke a barrier. It probably got like 100 shares. Like, it was just like out there. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna release the hymn version, which is what's on iTunes. And I'm working right now to get it as a solo version. So yeah, that's where that came from. Just a moment where it was just like, okay, God, what do I do with this?
I do remember you telling that story about it, that they said it was canceled. Now that I think about it, I remember doing it was a while back. You was doing a live and you were saying like, well, I just released it. So yeah, I do remember you
listen, facts are facts. Facts are what you want me to do with the facts. Or like it's facts.
What does that say? What does that say that nobody, they did a competition and nobody like put in, like what does it state to you, to the state of the music in our, not even our industry, in our church, that nobody even thought to, I mean, it don't make me sad, but it makes me a little disconcerting, like that nobody else put in, like, and that I don't know. I'm just saying, we need to do better, because there's a lot of musicians out there that can do this. So why?
Right.
Like,
maybe it could be promotion. Yeah, it could be promotion.
It could be promoted properly. Maybe it wasn't put out there where people was actually seeing it. Like
right. It could have been that. And then it could be maybe broaden the genres. You know what I'm saying? Where maybe hymns is clearly something that is a dying thing. In our community. So it's not dead, but it's not like popping. You know what I'm saying? So maybe broaden the genre where it could be. You could write praise songs, you could write hymns, you could write, to make it a wider audience of reaching. So I don't know.
That's true.
But I thank God for that, because I feel like if it wasn't for that, I would not have put that right. I wouldn't have written that song and then scored it, because they required us to score it as well. So I was able to go to Sibelius and score it out. And it's all about timing. Again, Undefeated, because
there you go.
Maybe it wasn't for that season, and that's okay, but it's for a season, so it's just like always seeing the positive spin and keeping it just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's amazing that you released it on the time when we were talking about the death of Christ and then the rise of Christ.
But that's God. That's Undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like you said, it was supposed to come in November. It came out this time. That was the reason why I was really asking, why did you choose this weekend?
I didn't choose it. That's why.
No. Right. I know you didn't. I was trying to right. I was trying to get you to say that. That's what I was
Yeah,
trying.
yeah, you know, yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I'm like,
Right. I
oh
was
snap.
trying to. Yeah, yeah. I was just saying this. God. That's how God works in mysterious ways because He's undefeated. So it was like, boom, you put this out, and it's like it's just perfect for
It's
this time,
perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect
perfect.
for this weekend. So
Because I had
Yeah.
someone message me about you, and they saw that you was coming on the podcast, and they was like, "I just love Beverly." They
Mm,
downloaded all your music and listened to it. I said, "Look, she's gonna be on, pop on,
yeah.
and watch and see, and be blessed by what you see from her." But because you are a blessing to people,
Amen.
you definitely are.
Amen.
besides your song music that you have done, you're gonna play something later on, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna play. If you
Okay.
don't mind, we're gonna play your video so people can see on YouTube.
Absolutely. Let's do
All right.
it.
One thing
All
I
right.
should have asked you from the beginning: tell the people where you're from.
But that's what I was trying to say. You jumped right into this thing. I was like, you didn't say like where you
But you
from,
know what?
what do you do?
We're doing a little
You
mix.
know.
We're not scripted, We're doing a little
This is
mix.
the
Go ahead,
remix
Beverly.
version, bro.
There you go. Beverly don't mind. Go ahead, Bev.
I'm from New York. I am from the beautiful, like they say, the beautiful island of. I'm from New York, the beautiful place of New York,
Right.
and my family's from Saint Lucia and Jamaica. So
Okay.
that's my heritage right there, and
Okay.
I'm African because that's where the real heritage is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Wow. I lived in New York for a short time, right, Pete?
She didn't like it.
I hate it.
How long?
2 years. 2 years. We was in West
Oh,
Hempstead.
that's a long time.
We
Okay.
was in West Hempstead. Yeah, I lived. Well, of course, because I went to Northeastern.
Yeah, clearly that's your stopping ground. That's,
Yeah.
that's
Ephesus was my church.
okay.
My
So
mother was
we
a
might
Bible
have
worker.
we might have crossed paths at Ephesus as well.
Yeah, my mom was a Bible worker there for years. With the
Oh,
lead
oh,
Bible.
somebody said Jamaica. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Candace.
Yeah. She's from Trini.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I even went to Greater for 1 year, but beyond all of that, yeah. So I lost much. Oh, with New York and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Besides, what part of New York? Because you said New York. New York is so. What are you from?
Bronx, the Bronx.
Bronx. Boogie down Bronx. Okay.
The boogie down, yes.
Yeah. That's where was I? 183rd and Grand Concourse.
Okay. That's right there. I'm
right by
I'm-
West Projects.
North Bronx. So
Okay. Yeah.
the West Bubba. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I went to RT Hudson and everything. I went to the whole shebang wang. I went between
Right there.
RT Hudson. They always did that. RT Hudson was between two public schools. The school in the back was for the delinquents. I'm gonna say that out loud. Yes, it was. And then the other side was for the regular kids. But we was right in the middle. So you know how hard it was to get to school sometimes? Oh my goodness, man. They used to make fun of us. They used to try to beat us up, throw eggs at us.
Listen, that's the Bronx.
I learned how to run living in the Bronx, boy.
That's the Bronx.
You was in trouble.
That's the Bronx, man.
Thank goodness you was fit then, babe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Run.
I'll be out of breath.
Listen, you can learn to fight right in that moment if you can.
That's right. God will give you the power.
So, Beverly, you have written 2 books, right?
Yes. Well, yes, 4 books.
4 books. Oh wow.
see.
Oh wow. So tell us about the books. What the books are about.
Okay, so the books they're children's books.
Okay.
And just really trying to drive the point across to my students in a positive, very laid back storyline kind of way about procrastination is the first one and believing in yourself is the second one. So one of my students, her name is Jada. She was a past student. And I used her picture. So the artwork of the actual character in the book is one of my students. And then a few others that play a role in the book too. They're also my students. Okay. And the first book is Sam Puts Practice Off Again. Okay. Procrastination. Mm-hmm. And the second one is Sam Believes in Herself Again. Okay. She has her first recital and she's really nervous about it. And, her dad is on this journey actually with her, helping her to find the gems that are going to help her to be a good student, a student of the month. Right. So those are the first 2 books and it's a series. So there's 2 more books in that series coming. And then there are my method books. So it's called Musical Mind and it's for pre-beginners for piano lessons, ages like 3, 4, and 5. And it uses patterns without the piano to give them a solid foundation for the piano. So it's kind of like a fun way for them to get to know music because it's all muscle memory.
Right. Right.
And then there's book 1 that actually begins the journey with notes and songs.
Right.
So a lot of my kids are almost at the recital this June. They will be finished with book 1, and then book 2 is actually in the process of being made. So they're going to move into book 2.
Oh wow, wow. So how do you enjoy being a teacher, teaching the young children? Is your patience thin, or is it like how is
No, my parents tell me all the time, they're like, Miss Birdie, you're so patient. But I think that with kids, you can't help but be patient. It's adults that I don't have patience for. Because I'm like,
Mm,
You
we
know
should
better.
know this. Yeah,
You
exactly.
know better. Exactly.
But with
Exactly.
kids, they could mess up 100 times. And I'm like,
Mhm.
you got this. Unless they just work in my nerves. And I'm like, all right, you know.
Unless they're my own children.
right.
I have no patience. I have patience for other kids, but not for my own. I
Right.
admit that I need to have more patience for my kids.
Listen, but it's something developed because I feel like I've been doing this for about 12 years as a
Mhm.
private piano teacher. And I
Mhm.
have developed more patience over time. You know, like you develop it. So
Yeah.
I haven't always been extremely patient, but my parents always say to me, Miss Burton, you are patient. And I'm just like, they're kids. Like, what are you going to do? They have
Right.
to learn, you know?
Definitely. Definitely.
So
Wow. You just
So
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
babe.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, like you've been in the game for so long. What would you tell someone that's interested in
Wait,
doing
first,
the
before you
thing?
ask that question, I'm sorry.
Oh,
How did you no, because that it goes to what you're asking. No,
okay. Go
I need
ahead.
it goes to what you're asking.
Okay.
First, how did you know that this is what you wanted to do? And then how would you tell what she was about to
mhm,
do? So I want you to like, how
Yeah.
did
Okay.
you
That makes sense. Go ahead.
got you. So I think that's an interesting conversation because, you know, one of my friends, we always have this conversation about like children, having children.
Mhm.
And, you know, I always knew that I wanted to be in music,
Right.
right? When I was 6 years old, my mom put me in piano lessons. And, you know, I was extremely creative. I was probably annoying the heck out of my teacher because I used to turn all of my like gospel songs into, you know, I mean, classical songs into like gospel songs, write words to
Right.
them and stuff. And she was just like, this is not what it's supposed to be like. And
Right.
she told my mother to not bring me back because she was wasting her money.
Mhm.
Now, that has always had an impression on me because even after I left piano lessons, I I was still playing the piano. I was still reading my notes in the book. I was like 6 years old, like, but I had such a deep interest in music theory that I
Right.
was still playing through my pieces, and I would
Mhm.
teach my teddy bears songs. I would actually score out music and write
Wow.
lyrics underneath. And, you know, I was trying to be cute. You know what I'm saying? I was an artist
Right.
back then at 5, you know. So,
Wow.
so with that said, when I was graduating from high school, my family was just like, pick something. I'm like, oh, I want to go to school for vocal performance. And they were like,
Mhm.
no, pick something, you know, like, and I ended up going to school for biology because I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, I like science.
Right.
And when I graduated, it's like, I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to do anything science related. So I went to the board of education and I taught for a couple of years there.
Mhm.
And then after a while, I was like, no, you know, I'm quitting because this is not what I want to do. And that's in 2010 is when I fully left the board of education and became a private piano teacher full time.
Wow.
Cool.
Wow.
So the question is, when did I know? And it was at 5, 6, 7. You know, I knew I wanted to be a teacher, a singer, something within that vein.
Right.
And going back to the conversation that my friend and I always have, it's just like train up a child in the way that they should go, right?
Definitely.
So the way
Mhm.
that they are predisposed to go, you move them in that direction, not the way that you think they should go. Like, so,
Right.
oh, choose something else. So even though your whole life and your whole aura and your whole mentality is towards teaching, is towards music, is towards children, is towards, we're going to take that whole mentality and throw it into something safe.
Mm. Mm.
So with that, what I would tell people is wherever God has guided your energy, you know, wherever
Yeah.
God has placed
Yeah.
that passion in your heart. You
Right.
know, I mean, now if it's passion for selling drugs, I would say that's not from the Lord. But if you know, like if you have a passion for
Very mess.
the things that, you know, will uplift people, or, you know, you get the point. But go for it and don't let anything stop you, because if God told you that's what you're going to do, if he put it in your heart, he's going to equip you. So I've been
Mhm.
a teacher for 12 years and my business is flourishing. Like, I don't know how it does because I feel like I just blink and open my eyes and God just does something different. And I'm like,
Right.
but God, how did we get here? You know, like, okay, I'm not complaining, but I'm not on the struggle bus with my music. Even when before the pandemic hit, I
Mm-hmm.
was having a struggle with the location that I was teaching with. And I was like, I'm gonna go virtual because I'm living over the bridge, you know, like I'm living in one borough and I'm teaching in
Right.
another borough. So we're gonna
Right.
go virtual. We're gonna do virtual 1 week. We're gonna do in lessons 1 week. Now that's a spirit. Like it wasn't really, it was my idea, but I believe that God inspired that, right?
Mhm.
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
decided to do it. And that was September. In
Mm.
March, that's when we went into the shutdown. I didn't have to do anything. My
Wow.
parents were just like, Miss Burton, so what, we going full time? And I'm like, yep, we going full time. And
Oh
out of
wow.
that, I've had all of my clients, maybe a few had, you know, left because they're like, oh, my kid needs in person. Okay, well, this is not the place for you, you know? But
Right.
over time, a lot of my students who left came back. Like the parents are like,
Wow.
okay, Miss Burton, we need you to do this. And I've
Right.
had all my clients, and now we are a full virtual academy. So
Oh
now we can
wow.
be back in person, but we choose not to because this works. The kids
Wow.
are doing good. So I would just say, if it's in you, go for it. Don't
Definitely.
leave God out the equation. You
Definitely.
need him because he's the one who's going to guide this whole process to make sure that it runs smoothly. So that's what I would definitely say.
You have
Wow.
just taken what we was going to talk about. We were talking about this other day,
Wow.
how as parents
Mm-hmm.
we don't allow our kids to grow. I think we bring our kids up the way we was brought up. So in the sense of we want them to have the things we did not have. So when we hear them saying, I want to do music, we're like, no, you don't want to do music. You want to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And because you want them to succeed, but it's not your way. It's not, God is directing them the way. Like our 7-year-old said she wants to be a singer.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya, she said, so we need to say, okay, you want to be a singer, then we need to push her to see if she likes it, to see if that's what she really wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't do that, then your children will never really be successful in anything. You want your child to be happy,
To do what they love.
to do what they
Right.
love, not to
Mm-hmm.
do what you want them to do. Because there's a lot of people out there that are doctors and lawyers that are very unhappy because their parents made them become that,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not really what they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And there are people who are happy doing that. They need to be doing it. I was like, let
right?
me get out the way of all these teachers who want to teach board
Exactly. Yeah,
education. I'm
exactly.
holding
That's
up
what
the
I'm saying. Right. I'm not saying there's people out there, but I'm just saying as parents, we need to step back and let God just lead you with your child. Let your child, listen to your child. Sometimes we don't listen to our children.
No, we don't.
And do you know how strong, your what's that thing that we have inside? Like, do you
Your
know how strong
intuition.
Gut.
Yeah, your
your
intuition.
gut feeling, your
That gut.
intuition?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, when a child has that strong intuition, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
teaching them to not trust it.
Yep.
Mm.
You're
Mhm.
teaching them to shut it off. You're teaching
That's
them
right.
to take
Wow.
that desire, and then when they grow up and they are, shy to even try something, you wonder why. It's because
Mhm.
there was an intuition that's telling them, this is what I want, this is what I like. But you're like, no, safety, safety,
Yep.
safety.
Yep.
So you teach them that if they take a chance on it. Now, listen, a child might take a chance on it and fail, but at least you gave them the opportunity to trust themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And do that. And listen, been there, done that, and I know how it is. So when God has released me from that to say, yeah, I wanted to please the world. I wanted to please my family. I wanted to please
Mhm.
everybody. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, yo, God, it's me and you.
Right.
Mhm.
Whoever don't like it, that's not,
Right.
I can't take that on, because I think Pedro said that when he said, you cannot put your stuff on
Yeah.
your children.
No, you
And
Definitely.
can't.
part of that suppression that
Mm-hmm.
our parents had, because they're like, okay, we want you to be safe.
Right.
We put it
Right.
on them, and we just keep perpetuating that. And that
Right.
freedom is lost, and some people never find it. I
No.
thank God I
Wow.
found it like a year ago, but I found
Definitely.
it,
'Cause when I look at you, you definitely doing things that you love to do. It's just the way you move, the way in your music,
She
you
moving
can
like a
just.
New Yorker.
No, I'm just saying, you can feel everything you
Yes.
do. You know what I'm saying? You can feel everything Beverly do, and you enjoying it, and you can tell through your actions.
And it
Yeah.
has been a process, let me tell you. So don't let the freedom fool you. It's been a process to get here. Listen, Y'all already y'all heard my voice. I don't want to start crying. Now I'm playing, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the point is, God has brought you a long way, and
Yes.
you're doing what you love to do,
Right.
and it's
And I think that I reiterate that because anybody listening,
Mhm.
don't think it's that easy. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that don't think that it's only given to certain people. Where it's her, God blessed her, the favor. Nah, it's to all of us. Sometimes y'all just got to push through a little bit harder to just get there, but you can get there to that
God
freedom.
put you there, but you do have to put in the work too.
Absolutely.
You have. I mean, people think, "Oh, God's gonna just give it to me." No, you have to. If you want something, you have to
You got to work for it.
You got to put in the work for it. God just don't just lay it. I mean, He lays some things in your lap, but sometimes He's like, you got to put it because that way you appreciate it more, you understand it more, because you have, like you said, you've gone through some things, and you're like, man, I don't even know how I got through that. Because God has directed you through that. So that's the whole point. He put you through the rough spots so that when you're at this point, I say that now for myself, like all the bad things that's happened to me in the past, I'm not regretting because I know it's got me to where I am now. And that's how I feel like that's how you are. Like, the things that happened in your past has made you grow to who you are today. Has made you be, like you said, like I'm like, it's just me and God. If you don't like it, then, hey, just, do you.
Yeah. I won't bother you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because it's just me and God. I'm good. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. That's
drinking
just
my water.
There you go.
Exactly. New Yorker. Yeah.
Definitely for the Bronx.
There you go.
Yes. So you wanna?
Yeah. Oh, so you know what? We're gonna play a video now.
Okay.
Because I was typing it in, so I'm gonna share it so people can get hooked onto this.
Come on, God is good.
Is it fine?
I don't have to lose, I can win. With a God who's greater than I. And when the battle gets tough, I can rest, knowing that He'll never ever leave my side, knowing that He'll never leave my side. You are my God, and I hide beneath your shadow. You're a mighty warrior, my shield and defense. Oh, you go before me in my hardest battle. You're undefeated. You're undefeated. You're undefeated. Oh, I don't have to lose, I can win. Oh, with God is greater than I. And when the battle gets tough, I can rest, knowing that He'll never ever leave my side, knowing that He will never leave my side. You are my God, and I hide beneath your shadow. You're a mighty warrior, my shield and defense. You go before me in my hardest battle. You're undefeated. You're undefeated. Say He is. Say He is undefeated. And since you are undefeated, that means so am I. So am I. And since you have already won the victory, so have I. So have I. You say, and since you're undefeated, God. Oh, so am I. Oh, I can see the win ahead. So am I. And since you know you have already won the victory, so have I. 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 Oh, oh, so have I. So have I. So have I. Undefeated. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated. We are undefeated, 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 undefeated.
Wow.
Yes.
Aww.
Undefeated.
Undefeated.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am undefeated. Yes.
Wow.
Wow, that was really nice.
I want to
I
listen
ain't
to
gonna
it
lie.
again.
That's the first
I want
time
to
we
listen
heard.
to it again.
That's the first time I heard the whole thing. Because I'll be honest, I heard like the
Oh my
clips.
gosh.
I've been on the road.
Mm.
So I haven't heard. I really haven't had a chance to sit in and watch the whole thing. So that's the first time I actually watched it for the first. I said, you know, I'm gonna wait till the day of and watch the whole.
Aw.
So I
Oh
can,
my
you know,
word.
Thank
get
you,
a.
Denise. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Beverly,
Yes.
this song just oh
Ugh.
I
Girl,
got
it came
you.
out my spirit.
I got I'm telling you. It's like we undefeated.
hmm
Oh my
Yes, I love
goodness.
that. That was really. I like that.
I need to hang with you.
Listen, come on now.
Hey,
64693. I got you.
hey, we got more in common than you realize. You know, we have a lot of common people in our lives.
Mm.
We have a
I
lot of common
noticed that
people in our lives.
definitely.
Mhm.
Because I grew up like being in New York, so yeah, yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, definitely, we got a lot of common. Yeah, people that in the music business too that I grew up with when there was a trio.
Mm,
Now they're single. Now they're single artists.
got
I know
you.
what I'm
Got you. Yes.
talking about. Yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta have
No
him on.
name dropping. No
Yeah.
name dropping, right?
I dropped his name, but I mean, yeah,
No, I
I'm
know.
actually gonna ask him. I'm actually gonna ask him. That's
Mhm.
definitely
Mhm.
that's definitely on the thing to get him on. Yeah, definitely. Because
Right.
yeah, you're real good friends with him. I see. Never even knew
Mhm.
that. See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Small world.
yeah,
Listen.
small world, but that's the Inventors world. Yeah, well,
Can't
everybody know
help it.
everybody. Yes, can't help it. Can't help it, especially when it comes to music.
So how could you
Yeah.
tell people how to find your music? Like what can they find your
Yeah.
music and everything?
They can find my music on streaming platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Beverly Song Burton.
Okay.
So that's the name I go under.
Okay.
I think she's putting it up on the banner.
Okay.
Oh, it's the
Dub 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 dub.
the books that you talked about, are they just for children or do you do for, because like believe it or not, next weekend I'm actually gonna start taking piano lessons.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to take
Awesome.
it, I used to take when I was little, and then
Yeah.
I just kind of, you know, whatever the time. And I said at the time, you know what, I think I'm ready, and online. And I said, you know,
hmm
I'm ready to finally just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
I'm actually starting next week, Sunday mornings, taking piano lessons.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, because so I do like music and I do like playing the piano, like dabbling, but it just never. Yeah, so I said I'm gonna definitely. But your book, how do you also get your book? Because you was talking about it, but could you like, is it like a way? Is it for children or is it for adults too? Or is it
It's for children because
for
I feel like children. I mean, adults will definitely get bored. Like, okay, so no, it's for children. It definitely is for children. And they can find it on Amazon. Musical Minds. It's a
Musical
blue book.
Okay.
And Musical Mind Grade 1. It's a green book.
Okay, Musical Minds. All right, I will look it up and put it up. Okay, cool. Yeah, because we wanted to, in case somebody wanted, has a child that is interested in doing
Yeah. And I definitely have gauged it to be very parent friendly, so a lot of parents are like, well, I don't know music. And it's like, it's cool. We got you.
Right.
Also, so do you also, because you said you teach a school, so is your own school that you're teaching? So since you do it virtually, like you want to promote yourself a little bit more?
Absolutely. Go.
So go. Come on, you got.
No, yeah. Okay, so let me just pull out all my stuff. No,
bring it out.
Right, on the list, the whole list. Go to bbsm.com. They can go there and just find out more information and a way to contact me as well. They can also email me at Beverly Song Burton at gmail.com.
Okay,
and I'll definitely.
I'm sorry. Say the first one again,
sure. Go GOTO.
Okay.
GOTO.
B as in boy, B as in boy, S as in Sam, M as in money. .com.
Okay.
Yeah, but I take kids from all over.
Music. Okay. .com.
I have kids in San Antonio, Texas. I have kids in Florida. I have kids in Maryland. I have kids in New York City who I've never met before.
Let's get you some kids in the UK.
Hey, come on, UK kids. Let's go. I want them all.
Yeah.
And which is why I did the books, because I feel like I can't teach all the kids, but I know that this method over 12 years of just developing, I know it works. So I'm just like, even if I can't teach them, they can still get my books and study with other piano teachers, and the kids will really grow. Because I feel like kids these days, they need more than just music. They need motivation. They need stuff to keep them focused, on how to get through the process without quitting. Because I feel like a lot of kids quit, and they'd be like 3 years old, and their parents be like, well, my kids said they're quitting, and I'll let them. And I'm just like, they're 3. Oh, okay. I'm not stepping on any toes, am I?
No. It's a real and raw, girl. We keep it real and raw. Keep talking. No.
Got you. Yeah.
We do not mind at all. I think she's trying to look it up on Amazon so she can put it up.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's one right there. It's blue.
Oh, yeah, there's one that's blue. Yes.
Yeah.
Got some little kids. Got some little brown and yellow kids on the front, and all colors.
Yeah.
And then there's a green book as well.
Okay. Musical
Mind. There it is. Musical Mind. Oh, you guys are bringing out all the love. I appreciate you guys.
Oh no, we want to.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Yes, I appreciate it.
So guys,
we gotta support each other. If we don't support each other, who will?
Yeah, appreciate it.
That's yeah. There you go.
Yep, that's the book right there.
Burton Student of the Month. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We got to get one.
Yeah, definitely.
Get it. I hope the kids would, No,
you can
they're fighting us on playing the piano right now. We're trying to get them to. We want them to play.
No,
the piano.
well, if you get that book, I don't think I have a copy on me on hand right now. But if you get that book is basically going through the patterns of music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you don't even have to touch a piano, but by the time you finish with that book, you'll be able to just get on the piano and know how to play the piano because of it's muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely the basics.
Then we definitely will get it then.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it for you. See that?
She just said it.
Nah, he's gonna get bored. You could probably get through, but honestly, if you did that book, you probably get through it in a day. It'll bust through it in a couple of hours.
You got it on the US one. You're supposed to be on the UK.
But it don't matter when they look it up.
Just go to Amazon UK.
Right.
I'm just
gonna have your back.
Nah,
I know. I'm trying to have everybody
Started
back.
with
I'm
me,
like,
Beverly. Tell
Yeah.
I
him.
see.
Stop
I
it.
see.
What?
Be
I'm
nice.
your husband. I'm not
Be
supposed
nice
to.
to Tara.
I'm supposed to
Ooh.
keep it going.
Listen, y'all teaching me for when I'm supposed to be getting married. So my husband's supposed to be getting at me like that too. All right. I guess I gotta prepare.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
called
and invite us to your wedding when you
It's
do
called
have
friendly
it.
banter.
Listen, I got you, girl. I got
We
you.
would love to go.
Come through.
Yeah, definitely. As long as it's not in the Bronx.
Oh, no, it probably won't be in the Bronx.
Stop it.
I'm messing.
It's probably gonna be in like Long
Oh,
Island.
actually, on that subject. So where did you do the video at? Because I was trying to look at the sites and stuff. In the building I couldn't quite tell because it's been a while since I've been in New York.
Got you.
It's a classic New York building though, because outside looks like and inside it has the nice, wood and everything. So
Yeah. I forgot the name of the place, but it's definitely like Queens, Long Island side.
Queens, right? That's what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it's a beautiful spot. You know what I'm saying? That was
the water side. You talking about the water side?
Yes, the water side.
That was Queens. That was Queens, Long Island side.
Right. And inside the boxing, when I had the boxing gloves, that was Long Island City.
Ah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But big, I just want to give a shout out to Travis Williams. He was the one who did the video. Mm-hmm. And if anybody needs a video done, like he's very professional, very, like he picked all the spots, and stuff like that. So he did a lot of the planning.
Did he come to the UK?
So. He does. He might need his ticket paid for, but I don't know. I think he's going. But I come along too, I'm the assistant.
Hey, we can make that happen.
Definitely. Nah, he's real good, real humble. And we prayed about a lot of stuff. Like when things are going crazy, you just need to be working with somebody that you can be like, let's pray, or who will be like, let's pray. So that was really Christian, good young guy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry, my friend just put, "I am not a New Yorker no more." Whatever.
Haters don't hate.
Exactly. No, that's my boy though. That's my boy. That's my ride or die boy right there. He's been through everything.
Is he a New Yorker?
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But he's also from the island. He got the Caribbean heritage too.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, that's just a little dig on my end. That's fine.
Got you. All this talk about Caribbean, I'm like, I'm about to get a roti or something.
Where you gonna get something like that? Do you I don't even know what's out there anymore. Is where is it? Go to Caribbean store?
I don't know.
Caribbean store.
They
just have good porridge, but
porridge. Okay, they have some roti spots out by JFK.
Golden Crust used to have good porridge back in the day. I don't know if they still do.
I don't know. I don't go. They porridge be like $10 a pot. I'm like, what? What's happening here?
I'm talking about
husband.
It's like 15 years ago. So we're talking years ago. It's like 08, 07. So this is years ago. It was not.
I can't afford the porridge. It's bougie porridge.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot. My goodness, has prices rose up there in New York? Like,
oh yeah, it's like oxtail is like $22 at Golden Crust. I'm like, no, dead serious. It has to be like a really good day.
I'm gonna go catch the ox and cut it up myself.
Listen, raise him. Run up on somebody's yard and steal their ox. I'm like, yo, it's too much. $22. Only when I'm treating myself do I say, let me go to Golden Crust and get some oxtail. And then the amount that they give you is disrespectful. So it's just like, what's happening here?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's why I don't like going out to eat too, because they always want to be stingy, and I'm a big boy. I like to eat.
Listen, I'm look at my size. I like to eat, so I can't eat.
Girl, you little bitty.
Oh man, I'm gonna leave that. I actually, since this is an open lit conversation, since we are, we just going in anywhere. Right. But I like to eat a lot, and I remember there was a time when I used to get protein and put it in my shake and trying to gain weight, and it was just like not happening. And I was just like, forget it.
Yeah, it's not in your DNA, sis.
I know it's not. Maybe if I popped out a baby, I could start gaining weight or something.
Look, your life will change forever. Trust me.
That's why I'm trying to get this done now, because I'm like, I want to be at home with my baby. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a girl.
Yeah, her.
No, it's gonna be a girl.
Do you still do praise and worship at the church? What
I
you go to
do.
Bronx community? Is it Bronx? I've seen you put it up. I can't remember now. It eludes me. What church
No,
do you go to?
I'm at Willis Avenue Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And you still do the praise and worship there?
I still do. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you playing for a church, or are you like a
No. Well, minister of music, praise and worship. So I lead on that. And I don't like playing for churches. Nothing personal, but it's not my passion. You know,
Right. Okay.
I know
yes.
why it's not your passion, but I'll leave that right there.
No, please tell me. I want to know.
You lift up the glasses. Do that again. Oh,
Assist want to know. Tell me why it's not my passion.
No, it's not. I just think sometimes some of our churches can hamper the music.
What they wanted a certain
what
way.
they wanted a certain way, and you trying to, and if you have an idea, they kind of, like you said, they kind of, just like you're talking about with young people, they kind of like, we want to do it safe, and they don't want to like expand, or they don't want to, broaden the genre or the horizon of the music.
Of the music.
I don't know your church, so I'm not saying it's your church.
No. I just don't like playing because I just feel like I'm not up to the skill and chord level when it comes to like worship music. So
Right.
I want to be like, the top musicians playing. Like if I can't be that, then I just feel like I'm like literally up there like Jesus. Even though that's not true, but that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what?
Right.
Just give me a microphone.
People that are good at what they do think they don't do that well, because she's like that with her music. Yeah, really? I see you like that with your music. You both have that same spirit where you probably your hardest critic when it comes to your music.
I am. I am, and that's why I said that freedom takes time, because I definitely used to be like, seriously. Now I'm just like, I'm growing. What y'all, you want me to be here, but I'm growing. So can y'all be patient as I get up to where y'all think I should be? So
Right.
I was very overly critical of my music a lot of times.
Do you like to hear yourself sing?
Now, yeah, I love it.
Okay.
I'm like, sing girl, but before it's just like, what? But I'm like, yo, if you cannot be your biggest cheerleader, and that's one thing with my piano students and my vocal students, like I see it differently in certain aspects, where it's just like a lot of kids have the talent, but they're very shy. So they can't really like bust out. And I'm like, listen, I learned these lessons recently. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, y'all little, y'all gonna learn them. Y'all gonna learn them now, so that when you do develop, your development won't be delayed. Right. Like I feel like I'm a late bloomer, but yeah. Now I love to hear myself sing. I'm like, oh, sing girl.
Wow, that's amazing.
Maybe you could teach Tyler something about that. She
say that again.
Maybe you could teach Tyler something about that, because she does not like to hear herself sing.
No,
I'm learning.
You guys record her?
I record myself sing all the time now to hear.
Girl, you have a beautiful voice. Like.
I mean, it's growing, and
But that's the thing about loving the gift where it is. I think that we're either looking too far ahead of where we want it to be, that we miss the beauty now.
Right.
So
wow.
It's where we are. It's the pressures. It's them pressures, The pressure.
Well, Beverly, this has been wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your willingness to come on the podcast. And I'm sure people was blessed by listening to you and your music. And guys, you can find her on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, everywhere. Just look her up and you will not be disappointed.
Beverly,
yes.
Just look that up and it'll pop up everywhere. Right.
Appreciate you guys.
Oh, no, we appreciate you too. Thank you so much for coming on. I mean, really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This has been fun.
Yeah, it has been fun.
Definitely. One of the most fun podcasts I've done. I feel like
there you go. We
were just chilling.
Yeah, we try to be.
I mean, the point of our podcast is to have fun and relax and be themselves.
Yeah.
Nothing is scripted. Everything is just for us to enjoy each other's time, get to know each other.
I think she got that point already.
No, I'm just saying. I was just telling the people that are listening.
Yeah.
They're going to be listening on the radio, because it's going to be played on the Adventist radio.
Don't be shaking your head at me like that.
So he started with me.
You rolling your
Pedro.
neck and rolling your eyes like I
Okay.
did something wrong. What?
I'm sorry. I just thought I'd say that.
Whatever.
But okay, guys, we're about to wrap this up. It's 10:09. We passed out
Mm.
time. But
Okay.
Oh yeah, y'all are 5 hours ahead.
yeah.
It's not that bad.
Mhm.
Stay on for a minute. We're just gonna close out,
Right.
and then we want to come back to you. So stay on for a minute.
Say bye
Mhm.
to everyone,
Say-
Beverly.
Bye, everyone. Nice meeting you. Nice making new friends. Check me out on social media and let's stay connected.
Definitely,
Amen.
Because
definitely.
we definitely will, guys. Now we friends.
Yeah, now we have finally met you, even
That's
though it's
right.
virtual.
We're gonna meet each other in
Yeah.
person, so don't
Yeah,
No,
worry.
we will. But we moved. We graduated from like liking each other's posts and commenting
Right.
to now
It's coming.
face to face. So
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love it. And Tara, we will definitely stay in touch, girl.
You already know.
I got all the motivation you need, girl, right here.
Definitely.
you go.
I need a Beverly. Everyone needs a
Listen.
Beverly. Okay. If you don't have a Beverly,
Nah,
Yeah.
not everybody want a Beverly because they be like, girl, I just want to do nothing and you just get on my nerves. So I'm like, okay, well,
Hey.
you don't need me then.
Nah, she needs you. Stay on her back. Get on her
I
nerves.
definitely will. I
Man.
will. Your husband said it, so I have to. I have to listen.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And what I say is
He's the
law.
head.
oh, what you say is law. Oh my gosh.
He's the head of your life, girl. You gotta submit
Well,
to him.
I really like you now.
Listen, we believe the word.
You're a hot mess. So, guys, the ones on the replay, when y'all come back, y'all gonna be so
Mhm.
blessed with this. And I'm sure the people that's gonna be listening to this in Adventist Radio London, because it get played the next
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday it'll be
Yeah.
played. So people gonna hear you, girl. So I'm really excited.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you guys so much. This has been
Mhm.
fun, and you guys bless
Definitely.
me. Mhm.
Oh, no problem.
All righty.
So we just want to say thank you everybody for joining us on the God is Real and Raw. We're gonna get going in a few minutes. We just wanted to say
Thanks everyone for tuning in.
thanks for everyone for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
And as we always say, who said that phrase?
What phrase?
I can't even think of the phrase in there now. And it don't matter. Please join us. Please like and share, like and subscribe. Please
Mhm.
tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell
That's
your
right.
enemies about us,
Yeah.
that they may come on and join and just have a good time.
Subscribe and follow.
Subscribe and follow.
Mhm.
And as I will always say, I don't always say, but I'm gonna say today,
Mhm.
you can reach us at thegoddessministry@gmail.com if you have any questions. Or
Mhm.
actually, if you have something you want to talk about, if you have
A life story.
if you have anything that you want to talk about, please hit us up.
Mhm. You
And
can
we'll
share.
be able to share. We'll be happy to put you on.
Mhm.
Let us know.
Mhm.
Please do that. We are not anything. Doesn't matter. We like to talk about anything and everything.
And meet new people.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And if you find it in your heart, if God moves you, you can help support our ministry, because what the pastor Ray said about, I can't remember what he said. I can't even think of the thing. But anyway,
Pedro, before you come
money
back on
don't
here,
money
you
don't
need
go
to
on
get your
trees.
thoughts
Let's put it
together.
this way. Money don't go on trees. So guess what? You know what? You can the thing went away now, so I can't remember.
No, it's right there.
Oh, okay. You could do Cash App at # Goddard's Land
Mhm.
for in the UK, and if you're in the US, you can do $ Real and Raw Podcast.
Mhm.
And also on PayPal, you can do @Goddess Ministry.
That's right.
And I'm about to go kill our kids because
Oh,
I
you
hear
hear
them
the
out there
noise.
making all that noise, and they know better. Anyway, I'm not gonna kill them literally, people. Not literally. I'm just saying I'm about to.
Yeah, make sure you make that
I'm about
clear.
to go do my
They gonna be
fatherly
trying to call
duties.
CPS on us. Don't play no games.
But thank you again for joining us. This is Pedro.
And this is Tara.
I am going to stop trying to quote whatever. And this is the God is Real and Well podcast.
Oh,
Peace.
hold on. Peace. Hold on. Let me find the
Oh,
piece
you're
thing.
not even ready for
I was trying to. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
To the God Show.